Well, we have scientists now talking about the Giza pyramid and its mystery chamber holding the Pharaoh's meteorite throne. And we've talked about the mystery chambers of these pyramids before. Everything underneath, everything underground. If you may recall, back maybe a decade, maybe 15 years ago, that main guy they always show with Egyptian archaeology was on TV, national television, and they went underground, under the Sphinx, and all these tunnels. And they were saying, oh, we found this, we found that, and then went down to it, and they were like, oh, and we found this chamber of Osiris, and it's full of water. And there's another tunnel that goes down through this way, but we don't know what's going on. But we're going to come back live. When we come back next time live, we're going to reveal everything that we've discovered and all this other stuff. And that's how it ended. They ain't never come back live. They ain't never come back and do nothing because that chamber was heading right toward the Sphinx. And as it's been written, underneath the Sphinx was supposed to have been buried and hidden a hall of records. One of which I think there are a few on this planet. And I believe that wherever these are sitting, there are markers kind of signifying where they're at. Now, let me ask you this. If we as a people wanted to leave a message to the future, how would we do it right now? Well, look, these pyramids have stood the test of time. They've been around for a long time because of their massive build, the construction. It's just a mass, is what it is. A mass of material that has been put together. And really, I mean, from space, from 100 miles away out there in the desert, you were going to see these things. And what was so important? Of course, we can go on and on and on about what was really inside the pyramids, the different chambers. They try to say, oh, the Pharaoh was going to take a spirit ride from his chamber to the Pleiades. And, there's other mystery chambers and this and that. But we've looked at the way that the inside has been laid out before in the conduction of power. And that if this thing was plated in the right elements, that it would serve as a massive power generator. It would hold energy and conduct it and pretty much beam it out the shafts or out the top with it being open with a hole. And when you start to talk about these new mystery chambers, it just, to me, it brings up all the talk of what about all the other stuff that they found that they never updated on. Because a hall of records is huge. And I believe that something like that is out there. And like I said, what would we do right now if I wanted to leave something for the future to find? I mean, I would probably want to etch it in stone and cover it in some kind of like tree sap or something, like you find dinosaur stuff in, like, that lived millions of years and only survived the test of time because it was encased in that. Well, like, encase it in something like that and then bury it. That way, when they find it, they're going to find it and see it, and the message is going to be in there, untouched, where they can find it. But of course, if it's found, and a bunch of people say, uh-oh, we're going to keep this secret from everybody else, then guys, it's been found. The Hall of Records could be empty and all sitting in the Smithsonian, hidden underground, which is more than likely what's happened. Unless it's just under high security and there's, which this place is. I don't even know if any of you know what it takes to even get to Egypt. Seriously. What it takes to even get a visa or get accepted to be able to go there. Yeah, it's, there's a lot more to it than what people realize. And I think I owe a really long video to this here soon. One more time. A good one. Of covering what I believe this whole thing is constructed of, front to back. All the deception, everything they're keeping from us, the construction of everything, the other planets, here, the whole nine. What they're lying to us about through and through. And, more and more, I keep finding these stories where they're digging up new things, giving credence to more mysteries. And hidden chambers. Of course, we never know what's really in them. But nonetheless, there's a lot more info here pertaining to this meteorite throne here at this link. I'll leave it below, and stay tuned for an updated video on everything I just talked about in a very long video on Dabu 777 here in the near future. Much love.